Hello, online crew. How are you today? I'm going to share with you today one simple hack, trick, whatever you want to call it, that is going to potentially help your Instagram reach go up by up to 1,600%. Who wouldn't like that? Who doesn't want their reach to skyrocket through a little strategy that you do, a little content creation idea that you try? So I would recommend that you listen up, really absorb the steps. It's not difficult, honestly. It's very easy, but just listen to the steps that I'm going to walk you through and test it. So who's on Instagram? Who's an Instagram user? I'm not sure that it would work as well on other platforms, but you definitely want to start with Instagram and test this out. This is advice from one of the Instagram gurus that I listen to and get advice from, Brock Johnson. You've probably heard of him before. You might know his mum, Shailene Johnson, but this is something that he's talked about for a few weeks now, and it works extremely well. So I'm going to walk you through the process of how you can do it for yourself. Hey, Lily on Instagram, how are you? Great to see you on. So if you're on with me live here on Facebook or YouTube or my group or over here on Instagram, please say hello. Let me know that you are here. I'll say hello to some others in a moment. I just want to make sure, are you all registered for the free boot camp happening next week? I've got the link going up on Facebook now. So for those of you listening on Instagram or YouTube, you just need to go to helenmartinonline.com/attract prospects. So I'll say that again, helenmartinonline.com/attract prospects, and that will get you registered for our free boot camp next week. So for those of you on Instagram and YouTube and my business page, I'm disappearing next week, apart from Friday, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the boot camp that I'm delivering next week, teaching you how to attract your perfect prospects by creating a little freebie. It's not as nearly as difficult as you think it might be. So I'm going to walk you through that process so you can attract your ideal prospects online. That's only going to be delivered in my free group. So if you're not in my free social media strategies for home business owners Facebook group, find your way there. But if you just register from the boot camp, all the details are in there. So I won't be on Instagram live next week. I won't be on YouTube live next week because I'll only be in the group or my business page. So make sure you're all in the group next week. Who's excited to learn about that? Who would like to attract more prospects to them by creating some freebies? And I'll walk you through the process of how to do that and actually identify people that are out there in social media land as raising their hand and saying, yeah, I'd like that information. And you, finding those perfect people, for you. Who would like more of that? Let me know. So let me say a few hellos over here on Facebook. We've got Cherie. Cherie is on Instagram. Barb, how are you? Thank you for the great goods. No worries. Yes. Hi, Dan. How are you? Facebook user registered for the bootcamp. Oh, hi, Donna. You're still struggling with StreamYard. Hello, Beth. How are you? Dan's printed out the workbook and ready to go. That's the reason that you want to register for the bootcamp as well, because you need the workbook that we're going to work through. So you can only get the workbook if you register. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Joy. Great to see you guys on. So don't forget to register. Now, as well next week, I don't know if any of you have caught up on the goss or the news, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my personal profile. I'll talk more about it in other places soon, but go to my personal profile and check out my post from a few days ago about what I've been invited to do, which is talk on stage in Las Vegas at the Digital Network Alive. It's the biggest, one of the biggest events for digital marketers to learn about the latest and greatest attraction marketing strategies. So as well as the boot camp next week, so the last day I go live, which is today, so whatever that day is for you. So if you're in Australia, it'll be Friday. If you're in the UK, you're probably sleeping at the moment. If you're US and Canada, it'll probably be Thursday afternoon, evening for you guys. So this time, but 2.5 hours ago, I'm interviewing one of my mentors who's earned well over $20 million online and is the one that invited me to speak at their event here. So this time next week, I will be going live twice. I will be doing an interview earlier with my mentor, and we'll be talking about the Vegas event. And I'll also be doing day 4 of the bootcamp. So you can remember all of that. So clear your calendars for next Thursday afternoon, evening, or Friday morning, depending where you are around the world, because you're going to be spending some time with me. That you're going to be spending a bit of time with me next week anyway, if you register for the bootcamp. But that's what's happening. I think I'll be awake and alive on day 1 this weekend, starting tonight, my time, 12:30 a.m. I am doing 3 days overnight for an American training. This time I'm the student. I'm not the mentor, and I'm learning all about podcasts. So I'm spending the whole weekend upside down this weekend, learning everything there is to know about podcasting, something that I want to do moving forward as well. So, but I'll be ready and raring for you guys next week for the bootcamp. Okay. So let's get into this strategy. So just follow along with me here. This is really simple to do. You want to go and pick an image from your camera roll, so a picture, or go to something like Reels or Stories and take a photograph, and then you want to put a whole lot of words on it. Okay, so go to Instagram and either take a photo, a still photo, just a photo. It could be a selfie. Turn the camera around, take a picture of yourself. Okay, or you may have a picture in your camera roll that you want to use. So go and pick that up you could do this either in your stories or Reels to actually create what we want. That we want the initial image. So it could be of you, it could be of a landscape, it could be of the ocean, just a photo. I'd probably recommend you, okay? Then through either the stories feature or the Reels feature, you want to go and put a whole lot of words on it, okay? So just think of one image with a topic and some tips on it. So that's all you're thinking of. So it might be an image of yourself like me here, and I might have up here as my heading, 3 tips to XYZ. Get more engagement on social media, something like that. And then over my face or next to my face on the side, I'll have tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, something like that. Or I could even type over the top of my face. So I'm putting words on top of my face. You can just kind of see me in the background, and I've got all these things. This is what I do in my business to be successful or something, and I've got all these things written. So do you get the gist of what I'm trying to say? We've got an image with a whole lot of words on it. Have you got that so far? So that is a still photo with a whole lot of words on it. What you want to do then, so if you've created that in stories or Reels, you're not necessarily going to post it. You want to save it to your camera roll. Okay. So from creating it in stories or creating it in Reels, you've got your picture of yourself or an image of some sort, and you've got a whole lot of words, tips, whatever you want on it. And then you save it to your camera roll. So in your camera roll, you've got a picture of yourself. I'd show you on my phone, but I'm on my phone on Instagram going live right here. So you've got in your camera roll a still picture of yourself with some words on it. All good? Understand that? So that's the first step. The second step is we want to turn that image. And for those of you in my coaching community, this was the bonus tip I did yesterday in the training of, in the last 2 weeks, I've given you guys in my coaching community 20 advanced tips for Reels to make your Reels stand out from the crowd. And I had a bonus tip, tip 21. This was tip 21. So there's more detail about this in the coaching community. I actually show you how to do it on the screen, okay, for coaching community members. You want to turn that image into a 1-second video. Does that sound a bit weird? So how do you do that? Do you guys know how to screen record? Do you know how to actually, there's something on your phone, and do you know how to screen record something from your phone? Just let me know that. If you don't know that, then I'll just quickly show you. Oh, I do have my spare phone down here. I'll quickly show you how to do that. You want to turn your still image into a 1-second video. Okay. Just want to catch up in your So Cherie knows how to screen record, but Barb doesn't. Okay. So on your phone, now keep in mind, I've got an iPhone. This is actually an older phone. So depending on what type of phone you have, you might need to go to Google if you don't know how to do this and go, how do I screen record my phone? That's what you're going to go to Google or YouTube and just put that in there. How do I screen record? So on this older phone, I swipe up. Okay, so I've swiped up on my iPhone 13, which I'm actually live on Instagram at the moment. I swipe down. So whichever way that you need to do it with your type of phone, this little circle here is screen record. So if I press that button, it's going 3, 2, 1. It's now recording my phone. Okay, so it's flashing, it's recording. I'm not doing anything at the moment, but if I go out and I go into Instagram and I look at something, whatever, and then I come back out and go to the screen, I can stop it. So how many seconds? Like that was a few seconds. So now that says screen recording video saved to photos. So if I go to my photo, my camera roll now, my photos, that was 20 seconds. So I've screen recorded 20 seconds of my own phone. Okay. So now what I want to do is edit that. Okay. So once I've got it up, hang on. Whoop. Go back to the camera. Go back to my 20-second video. Okay, 20-second video. And I'm going to go up to the top and click edit. So I'm going to edit my video. I'm going to get rid of everything down here and crop it. So this is the crop and this is editing out of the video. I'm going to crop that right down to 1 second. So my picture with my wording on it is no longer a picture, it's a 1 second video. So just hopefully you're following along. You're screen recording your still photo. It gets saved to your camera roll. Once it's screen recorded, you come in and press edit and you bring it right down. So this yellow stuff, I'm going to bring it right down to 1 second. So that's the length. That's how I do that. And then I'm also going to crop it. So I'm going to crop off anything that I need to crop off with my recording. Okay. So now I've got a very clean 1 second video of my photo. Now, why the hell would you go to all of this trouble? Here's one. Here's how you can increase your organic reach by up to 1,600%. Is you want to then, once you've done that and you've got your 1 second video, which doesn't look like a video because it's only 1 second, is you go back to Instagram, you click the plus button, and then you post it, not as a reel, as a post. So just think of it like posting a photo, but you're actually posting your 1 second video. Okay? You with me still? So post your 1 second video, which has got a lot of wording on it. Now, the fact that you've got a lot of wording on it, here's what people will do. If they're interested in reading it and you've got a really good attention grabber and you've got 3 tips to, or this is how to, or this is a game changer, whatever it is you've used as your attention grabber, they're going to stay on that for a bit to read it, a lot longer than 1 second. Now, what you don't realize is happening in the background, it's a video, it's not an image, so it's looping every second. The video is looping. So in the algorithm, it looks like somebody's watching. Every second that goes by that somebody stops and they're reading and they're looking, it's looping. So the algorithm is being triggered because it's actually a 1 second video and not just a photo that somebody's stopped on. Can you do that? Can you try that? So this is proven to work exceptionally well. You've just got to follow those steps that I shared with you to turn your image into a 1 second video. Okay. And then don't post it as a reel, post it as a normal post as you would post a photograph. And just publish it that way. Okay. So yep, Google for Samsung. I'm not sure how you screen record on a Samsung because I don't have one. Oh my, that is a great tip. It is, Lily. Try it out. Proven and tested by the gurus, passed on the information, and I'm passing it to you. So Beth has shared, if you don't have screen recording activated on your phone, go into settings and the control center. That's for an iPhone. I've had someone tell me they don't have it activated yet. Okay, so great point. Thanks for adding that in. Again, go to somewhere like Google. If you don't have the little circle that I showed you on an iPhone, how do I activate screen recording? Same with like somebody on a Samsung, Android, just Google or go to YouTube, how do I screen record, and just work out that part of it, okay? So a Facebook user will try that. Awesome, yes, trying this. How often though? So this is the kind of thing that you just want to weave in whatever else you're posting on Instagram. So if you're doing reels constantly and that's going on your feed and you're putting up some photos and whatever, it's just one of those types of posts that you want to throw in there, maybe once every few days or something like that. Don't do it every single time, but just weed it in there amongst your other content. Joy, brilliant. I will try that. Thank you. No worries. So I hope that's useful. If you've got any other immediate questions, just pop them in while I'm still live. Any kind of advice that we hear like this that's been tried and tested by people that are actually gurus, on the platform, I would absolutely take it, grab it, run with it, and try using it yourself. But afterwards, to know whether it worked or not for you, and sometimes things work the first time and sometimes they don't. So just don't try something once, and if it doesn't get the result you're looking for, go, well, that didn't work. Keep trying it out, okay? But you want to look at your numbers after the fact. So if you've got a business account on Instagram, you actually want to go back into your insights and look at your reach. And if you've got a higher reach than other things that you've posted on Instagram, then you'll know that it worked and it's a strategy that you could continue on adopting. Who doesn't want more organic reach, on Instagram? So a really good one to try, okay? So someone's commented, not sure who it is because it says Facebook user. On a Samsung, scroll down on your screen to settings and it will say screen recording on your phone. How easy is that? So whoever that was that contributed, thank you for that insight. Hopefully that's helpful to somebody with a Samsung. So thank you very much for that. So I'm going to leave it there. I test that out. So I'm going to start my ridiculous weekend tonight of staying up all through the night for the next 3 nights, but I'm going to be ready and raring to go for you guys next week for the Attract Prospects with Freebies Bootcamp. Don't miss the bootcamp. It's completely free. Pass on that link. It's still up on the screen on Facebook, but those of you on Instagram and YouTube, helenmartinonline.com/attract prospects. You want to get registered to get the workbook. Okay. And if you're not in my free group, all the details regarding my free group are on the email. You just got to look for the email. If you don't see the email, just check your junk folder, your spam folder. It may be possible that it's hit there. So remember, next week, I will only be live in my social media group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. But on Thursday afternoon, evening, or Friday morning, depending where you are around the world, I've got that really special interview with one of my mentors. Did I even tell you who that was? So it's Fernie Sabias, for those of you that know Fernie. And well over $20 million online, has guided me as a huge part of, influencing me in my online journey. And we're going to be talking about the Vegas event and having a chat with Fernie. So there'll be 2 things for you to watch next week on the last day that I go live. So I hope you'll join me for that as well. Okay. So have an amazing weekend. Hopefully you'll have a more restful weekend than I will. And I really look forward to seeing you all for the free boot camp next week. Okay. See you then. Bye-bye.